we're going to move in the direction of understanding function families. One of the basic function families that we're going to have to understand is the family of exponential functions. Before we talk about exponential functions, we'd better talk just a little bit about the laws of exponents. You should be familiar with the laws of exponents from your prerequisite courses. However, you might be a little bit rusty. I suggest that you might want to look in your textbook at the laws of exponents. You can find that in the index. You can find it under exponential functions also in the section on exponential functions. But just to refresh you a little bit, let's consider something. Let's consider first the law that says b to the x times b to the y equals b to the x plus y. What does that mean? Why does that make sense? These laws are all nothing but common sense. B to the x means we multiply b together x times, so we have b times b times b times b times b x times whatever x is. If x is 10, then we've got 10 b's multiplied together. B to the y means we multiply b together by itself y times. When we have x multiplied, b multiplied by itself x times, and then that multiplied by b, which is multiplied by itself y times, that means we got x b's written here and y here. How many b's do we have? We got x plus y, and they're all multiplied together. So this law of exponents makes perfect sense in terms of the way numbers behave and in terms of what exponents mean. Now let's consider what we're really after is what's the value of 2 to the 0. Most people will say 2 to the 0 is 0, or at least many people will. Some people have memorized the fact that 2 to the 0 is 1. But here we're going to try to make sense of the fact that 2 to the 0 is 1. Okay, if we take 2 to the negative 2 and multiply it by 2 squared, according to this law, if we extend it to negative numbers, we get 2 to the negative 2 plus 2, which is 2 to the 0. And I think everybody would pretty well agree on that. Now let's write 2 to the negative 2 multiplied by 2 squared again. What do we mean by 2 to the negative 2? We mean 1 over 2 squared, which is 1 over 4, or 1/4. So 2 to the negative exponent means we put the number in the denominator and use the absolute value of that exponent. 2 to the negative 2 is 1 over 2 squared. And 2 squared, of course, is just 4, so we have 1/4 multiplied by 4, which is 1. So we see that 2 to the negative 2 equals 2 to the 0. 2 to the negative 2 times 2 squared equals 0. And 2 to the negative 2 times 2 squared equals 1. It follows that 2 to the 0 and 1 must be equal quantities. So 2 to the 0 has to equal 1. We'll use that in just a minute.